Siberia, 1969. A land shrouded in mystery, where the echoes of the past whisper through the vast wilderness. In the remote village of Rjavchik, a team of miners toiled in the depths of the earth, unaware that their routine day was about to take an extraordinary turn. Deep beneath the surface, a discovery awaited them, a secret buried for millennia, a relic of a time beyond comprehension. A strange sound, a hollow echo in the solid rock, led them to an impossible find. A hidden chamber, sealed away from the world, concealing a treasure beyond their wildest dreams. But this was no ordinary treasure. This was a mystery that would challenge the very foundations of our understanding of history, of science, of humanity itself. A sarcophagus crafted from pristine marble lay embedded in the earth. Within its depths, a secret slept, a silent sentinel of an age lost to time. The miners, driven by curiosity and a sense of wonder, dared to open the ancient tomb, unleashing a mystery that would forever change their lives. What they found inside was beyond explanation. A young woman preserved in the embrace of time, her beauty untouched by the ages. Who was she? Where did she come from? And how did she come to rest in this forgotten corner of the world?
On a quiet September day in 1969, in the secluded Siberian village of Rjavchik, miners descended into the earth as they did every day, unaware that they were about to unearth a mystery that would baffle scientists and ignite imaginations for decades to come. At a depth of 230 feet, amidst the relentless clanging of pickaxes against coal, a miner struck something unusual, a hollow sound that stood out against the solid resistance they were accustomed to. What could possibly lie hidden so deep beneath the Earth's surface? Intrigued, the miners cleared away the debris, revealing a fissure in the wall that seemed to open into a hidden chamber. With a mix of trepidation and excitement, they broke through the wall, their lamps casting eerie shadows into the darkness beyond. Inside, they stood in awe before a sight that seemed plucked from legend. A massive marble sarcophagus, exquisitely designed, measuring about 8.5 feet long and 3 feet high. Who could have crafted such a monument, and why was it buried so deeply? The head of the mining district, Alexander Masaligin, was swiftly notified. Recognizing the potential significance of the find, he informed the authorities, setting in motion a chain of events that would lead to widespread speculation and secrecy. As the sarcophagus was carefully extracted from its ancient resting place, the miners' imaginations ran wild. Could it contain priceless treasures, or perhaps relics from a bygone era? Yet, a nagging thought lingered among them. Would the authorities seize their discovery without offering any explanations or rewards? Driven by curiosity and a sense of injustice, they decided to open the sarcophagus themselves. What they found inside defied all expectations and raised more questions than answers. Instead of gold or jewels, they discovered the remarkably preserved body of a young woman, appearing to be between 25 and 30 years old. Her long, wavy dark brown hair cascaded down to her waist, and she wore a white, translucent dress made of a material unknown to them. Immersed in a mysterious pink liquid, she looked as if she were merely asleep. Beside her head rested a small black metal box, unfamiliar in design. Could this box hold the key to her identity or purpose? The woman's skin was astonishingly smooth and pale, whiter than any they had ever seen, even more so than someone with albinism. Her lifelike appearance was mesmerizing. She seemed healthier and more vibrant than the miners themselves. Who was this mysterious woman, And how had her body remained so perfectly preserved? Word of the discovery spread rapidly, and villagers flocked to see the enigmatic Tizul princess, named after the district. Among the onlookers, a young man, perhaps emboldened by the crowd, dipped his finger into the pink liquid and tasted it. It was odorless and tasteless, but the consequences were dire. Within a week, his mental state deteriorated. He became disoriented, unable to recognize his own home, and tragically froze to death in the harsh Siberian winter. Was this a warning of the dangers lurking within the ancient sarcophagus? Soon, high-ranking officials, police, military personnel, and agents believed to be from the Secret Service arrived, sealing off the area. They warned of potential infectious hazards, but their actions suggested there was more at stake. Attempts to airlift the sarcophagus failed due to its weight. Deciding to drain the pink liquid into containers to lighten it, they witnessed something astonishing. As the liquid was removed, the woman's skin rapidly darkened, losing its lifelike appearance. Did the liquid possess extraordinary preservation properties? The sarcophagus and its contents were transported to a facility for scientific analysis. Weeks later, a professor visited Javchik to discuss the find. He revealed that standard dating methods were insufficient. The materials did not conform to known parameters. Advanced techniques suggested an age of approximately 800 million years, a figure that shattered existing understanding of human history and evolution. How could such an artifact exist from a time long before complex life was believed to have emerged on Earth? The implications were staggering. If accurate, this discovery challenged the very foundations of science, suggesting the existence of a civilization with advanced technology in Earth's distant past. Alternatively, could this be evidence of extraterrestrial visitors? The woman's unusually pale skin hinted at origins from a place with less sunlight. As news of the Tizul princess began to spread, authorities moved swiftly to suppress it. Newspapers were confiscated, and those who spoke out faced repercussions. The story faded from public view, silenced by the powers that be. It wasn't until years later, following political changes that loosened restrictions, that the tale resurfaced in local media. Yet the mystery only deepened. A memorial plaque now stands near Javchik, commemorating the discovery. It speaks of the beautiful young woman found in a marble sarcophagus, buried hundreds of millions of years ago. Eyewitnesses from the village have come forward, reaffirming the authenticity of the event. But with each new revelation, more questions arise. Speculation abounds. Some believe the Tizul princess was part of an ancient civilization lost to time, her preservation a testament to technologies we have yet to comprehend. Others suggest an extraterrestrial origin, her existence evidence of visitors from beyond our world. Without concrete evidence, the truth remains elusive.
And what first drew me into it was Denisova Cave in Siberia. I think everybody's heard of the Neanderthals, and these days I think everybody's heard of the Denisovans as well. For a long time it was held that the Neanderthals were stupid, primitive subhumans. Turns out that that's not true at all. The latest scientific evidence on the Neanderthals is that they were symbolic creatures, that they did do art, that they were in every sense human, and they were in every sense human because anatomically modern humans interbred with Neanderthals. You can't interbreed with another species. Then in Russia, in Denisova Cave, they find a single pinky bone from a little finger. And what they discover is this isn't a Neanderthal. This isn't an anatomically modern human being. This is another human species, who they named the Denisovans. They think they're more closely related to Neanderthals than they are to anatomically modern humans.
High above a Siberian valley, deep in the Altai Mountains, there lies a hidden enigma, Denisova Cave, a place that changed our view of human evolution forever. What secrets lie within this ancient chamber? How did a discovery here challenge everything we thought we knew? Discovered in 1977 by Russian scientists, Denisova Cave seemed like just another archaeological site in a region full of history. But this cave would soon become one of the most significant finds in anthropology. Initial digs revealed tools, animal bones, and remnants of ancient fires. Then, in 2008, a tiny pinky bone fragment was found, buried in the darkness of the cave for over 40,000 years. That single bone would change the world. At first, it seemed like a remnant of ancient human life, perhaps a Neanderthal. But the DNA revealed a mystery. It didn't match modern humans or Neanderthals. It pointed to something new, an unknown lineage that had slipped through time. They called them the Denisovans. How many other lost branches of humanity remain undiscovered? What did these beings know that we do not? It's like finding a whole new chapter in the book of human history, remarked Dr. Svante Pääbo, a pioneer in ancient DNA research. The Denisovan discovery sent shockwaves through science, not only because they existed, but because of their mysterious traits. Denisova Cave extends over 60 meters into the mountain. Its shadowy chambers held more than bones. They found tools and ornaments, bracelets of polished greenstone and pendants of mammoth ivory. Artifacts too advanced for their time. Who crafted these objects? Did they reveal a culture as complex as early humans? Or did they suggest something even stranger, interaction between Denisovans and others? It suggests a level of complexity in these societies we hadn't expected, said one researcher. Were the Denisovans artists? Did they chart the stars or communicate with distant human groups? Denisova Cave is a time capsule, preserving clues about ancient climates, creatures, and lives. But for every answer, more mysteries arise. Denisovan DNA has been found in populations thousands of miles away in Southeast Asia and Australia. How did they spread so far? Were they explorers, crossing oceans or navigating mountain passes long before recorded history? Unlike the robust Neanderthals and artistic Homo sapiens, the Denisovans appear to blend traits from both. Their DNA in Melanesians and Aboriginal Australians suggests ancient intermingling. Were they a hidden lineage, or did they play a key role in shaping humanity? The cave's secrets blur the line between myth and reality. Could ancient Siberian folklore of giants be memories of Denisovans? Or might they link to myths of lost civilizations, stories of advanced peoples who vanished without a trace? Some believe the true extent of the Denisovans' knowledge has been hidden. What could be so dangerous about their story? Did these ancient humans have knowledge beyond what we credit them for? An understanding of the stars, or travel skills rivaling the Mesopotamians? Since the Pinky Bones discovery, archaeologists have found more Denisovan remains: teeth, skull fragments, and tools. One molar, massive and robust, suggested a species physically distinct from Neanderthals and humans. Its size resembled earlier human ancestors, yet it lay beside advanced artifacts. How could primitive features coexist with complex behavior? It is as if the Denisovans were a bridge between ancient hominids and modern humans. Some scientists believe they had larger brains or unique spatial awareness, giving them a deeper understanding of their world. Others suggest they perceived reality differently, in ways beyond our comprehension. Consider the Denisovan bracelet, delicately carved, with a hole drilled so precisely that it suggests a type of drill beyond their time. Could this be forgotten technology or even contact with other realms, as some theorists suggest? Skeptics dismiss these ideas, but the mysteries of Denisova continue to fuel debate. The Altai Mountains are filled with hidden histories. Nearby caves hold traces of Neanderthals and early Homo sapiens, but none rival the depth of Denisova's findings. It's as if this cave was a crossroads, where ancient cultures converged, shared knowledge, and then vanished. Comparing Denisova to the famous Lascaux caves in France reveals a striking contrast. In Lascaux, paintings depict a world of animals and beliefs, early human expression. Denisova's secrets are buried in genetic codes and tools. Lascaux is a window into the mind. Denisova challenges the boundaries of evolution. And the question persists. What else remains in the darkness of Denisova Cave? Each new discovery makes the Denisovan story more intricate. Are we uncovering a forgotten people or understanding a hidden part of ourselves? What truths remain in the shadows? What revelations about our past might be waiting? The discoveries here reach far beyond a cave in Siberia. They touch on fundamental questions of who we are and where we come from. Imagine a world where Denisovans, Neanderthals, and early Homo sapiens coexisted, crossing icy rivers and forests. A world where different branches of humanity exchanged ideas, skills, and stories. Could the Denisovans have been among the first explorers of Asia? Did their knowledge shape later cultures? Some scientists propose Denisovans played a role in early human migrations. Their genetic footprint in Southeast Asia and Oceania suggests a wide range. The mysteries go beyond the cave walls. Denisovan DNA still lingers in some populations, influencing traits like immune responses and high-altitude adaptation. In Tibet, Denisovan genes help people thrive in thin air, an ancient gift from a species long gone. Understanding them helps us understand ourselves. As new excavations continue, the story of Denisova Cave unfolds. The caves of Siberia hold secrets that could change how we see ourselves, secrets that might challenge everything we believe about human history. What lies buried, waiting for discovery? Perhaps the most important clues still lie beneath the surface, in the silence of time. The answers may lie in Denisova Cave, waiting to challenge everything we think we know about humankind. With each new clue, the mystery only deepens.
The last object caused an event known as the Tunguska event. What it did was it blew up in the sky. It was an airburst. Fortunately, happened over an uninhabited area of Siberia.
Do you believe that officials at the highest levels of our national security have unlawfully withheld information from Congress?
There are certain elected leaders that had more information that I would not be surprised.
Siberia, a vast region that stretches across the eastern part of Russia, has long fascinated explorers, scientists, and historians with its remote beauty. With its vast and remote landscapes, has long been a fertile ground for the development of various intriguing theories and conspiracies.
It was long held that there was only one founding population, and that their route was up through Siberia. The first settlers made it to the Americas.
These range from the plausible to the fantastical, reflecting human fascination with the unknown and the mysterious aspects of this expansive region.
They are clearly protecting or preserving something under, I believe it's 3 miles of ice.
The Tunguska event of 1908 is a tale that sounds like something straight out of a science fiction novel. Imagine a massive explosion occurring in the remote Siberian wilderness, flattening an estimated 80 million trees across an area as vast as 2,150 square kilometers. What's even more baffling is that this colossal event left behind no impact crater, fueling decades of speculation and a variety of theories aiming to explain what exactly happened near the stony Tunguska River that day. At the heart of the scientific quest to unravel this mystery is the leading explanation that points to an airburst from a meteoroid or comet as the culprit. Picture a cosmic body, about 50 to 60 meters in diameter, hurtling towards Earth and exploding in the atmosphere with the energy equivalent to 10 to 15 megatons of TNT. This scenario is not only dramatic, but also backed by eyewitness accounts of a bright flash and a scorching hot wind. Further support comes from studies revealing microscopic glass spheres in the soil, evidence of the high-temperature melting you'd expect from such a meteoritic explosion. Yet the human mind loves a good mystery, and the Tunguska event has spawned some of the more exotic and outlandish theories. Take, for instance, the hypothesis of a mini black hole zipping through Earth, entering our atmosphere over Tunguska and exiting on the other side. It's a theory straight out of a sci-fi thriller, complete with massive energy release and no impact crater. But as you might guess, this theory lacks hard evidence and strays far from the realm of empirical science. Then there's the antimatter theory, suggesting that the explosion resulted from a matter-antimatter annihilation. This idea taps into our fascination with cosmic phenomena, proposing an immense release of energy as a tiny amount of antimatter meets matter in our atmosphere. Although it makes for an intriguing plotline, this theory too lacks the support of direct evidence and ventures into speculative territory, given the rarity of antimatter in our universe. Some speculate that the explosion was the result of an extraterrestrial spacecraft, either crashing or intentionally detonating above the surface. While this theory might fuel endless debates and what-if scenarios, it falls short in the evidence department. Another intriguing proposition is that the Tunguska event was the test of a secret weapon, perhaps by Tsarist Russia. The idea that a nation in the early 20th century could possess a weapon capable of such destruction adds a layer of intrigue to the mystery. However, like the others, this theory stumbles on the lack of historical evidence and the sheer implausibility of such advanced technology existing at the time. When we compare these theories, the meteoroid or comet airburst stands out as the most scientifically plausible explanation. It's grounded in a significant body of evidence, from the pattern of treefall to the presence of extraterrestrial spherules in the soil. This evidence paints a picture consistent with known meteorite impacts, albeit on a much larger scale. In contrast, the alternative theories, though they capture the imagination, fall short of empirical support and often contradict our current understanding of science. In the annals of history, few inventors spark the imagination quite like Nikola Tesla, a man whose vision for the future was as vast as it was ahead of his time. Among his ambitious projects, the Wardenclyffe Tower stands out as a testament to his dream of wirelessly transmitting power and communications across the globe. Situated in Shoreham, New York, this tower was Tesla's bold attempt to distribute free energy to any point on Earth and to send messages as far as Paris. Despite its potential, the project was never completed, largely due to financial woes. Tesla's claims about the tower's capabilities were grandiose, with promises of effects felt all over the globe. This backdrop sets the stage for one of the more tantalizing speculative theories linking Tesla's innovations directly to the mysterious Tunguska event of 1908. Imagine Tesla, under the immense pressure to showcase the fruits of his labor, deciding to conduct a dramatic demonstration of his wireless energy transmission technology. The theory posits that he directed a massive surge of energy towards the Arctic, only for this experiment to veer off course spectacularly, resulting in the massive explosion witnessed in the remote Siberian wilderness. Tesla's Wardenclyffe Tower was indeed designed to harness the Earth's ionosphere for the wireless transmission of energy. Theorists who connect Tesla to Tunguska speculate that he had unlocked a method to focus this energy to a pinpoint location, utilizing the Earth and its atmospheric layers as conduits. The timing is intriguing, with the Tunguska event occurring in 1908, a period when Tesla would have been eager to validate his life's work. However, the remote location chosen for this supposed demonstration raises questions, with the ensuing disaster allegedly unintended. Despite the captivating narrative, the technological and scientific realities present significant hurdles. The sheer scale of energy required to cause an event mirroring the destruction at Tunguska surpasses what was conceivable for Tesla or indeed any technology of the era. There's also a conspicuous absence of any historical documentation or Tesla's own accounts suggesting an experiment of this nature took place, particularly one targeting the Arctic. Moreover, had Tesla indeed transmitted energy capable of leveling forests over such a vast distance, the atmospheric disturbances would have been noticeable well beyond Siberia, likely manifesting as widespread auroras or other phenomena. Yet no records of such effects exist. Additionally, the lack of any man-made physical evidence at the Tunguska site and the explosion's characteristics align more closely with an extraterrestrial object's airburst, further distancing Tesla from the event. The speculation around Tesla's connection to the Tunguska explosion weaves an intriguing tapestry of what-ifs, blending the legendary inventor's groundbreaking aspirations with one of the 20th century's greatest scientific mysteries. Yet when dissected under the lens of available evidence and scientific feasibility, the theory remains just that, a speculation. Nikola Tesla, the man whose inventions lit up the world, is no stranger to the world of mystery and speculation. His work on alternating current, the Tesla coil, and early radio technology fundamentally changed the course of human history. His claims of developing technologies for wireless electricity, death rays, and even weather modification have sparked endless debate and fascination. However, it's the whispers of his lost experiments, particularly those possibly conducted in the remote expanse of Siberia, that have captured the imagination. The allure of Tesla's unrevealed inventions and Siberia's mysterious vastness weaves a compelling narrative. Among the most intriguing are suggestions that Tesla tested 2 to 3 of his most speculative inventions in Siberia: advanced energy weapons and earthquake machines. The notion of Tesla, possibly in league with the Russian government, unleashing the power of a directed energy weapon in the isolation of Siberia, is the stuff of legends. This death ray was said to be capable of downing aircraft from hundreds of miles away, a claim that, while never demonstrated, has nonetheless fueled speculative fires for decades. But how plausible are these theories? The truth is, there's no concrete evidence to suggest Tesla ever set foot in Siberia or carried out experiments there. His later years were marked by financial hardship and a gradual withdrawal from the public eye, making the logistics of such a venture highly improbable. Furthermore, the tales of Tesla's earthquake machine, a device that could supposedly trigger tremors, add another layer. While Tesla did experiment with mechanical oscillators, the leap from a small-scale laboratory experiment to triggering seismic events in Siberia is a giant one. When we compare these speculative Siberian adventures with Tesla's documented work, we find both similarities and stark differences. Tesla's public demonstrations of his inventions show a man keen on sharing his discoveries with the world. This openness contrasts sharply with the secretive nature of the supposed Siberian experiments, which remain to this day shrouded in mystery and without a shred of concrete proof.
It was held that the Neanderthals were stupid, primitive subhumans, shambling, lacking symbolism. Turns out that that's not true at all. What first drew me into it was Denisova Cave in Siberia. What they discover is, this isn't a Neanderthal. This is another human species.
The Denisova Cave, nestled in the Bashalakski range of the Altai Mountains, holds a special place in the world of archaeology and human evolution studies. This remarkable site, located at the convergence of Russia, China, Mongolia, and Kazakhstan, is renowned for its rugged terrain and rich biodiversity. The Altai Mountains, a region with a complex geological history, are home to diverse flora and fauna and numerous caves, including the Denisova Cave.
Denisova Cave is a fascinating, beautiful place to visit. It's another example of a missing chapter in the human story that is beginning to be pieced together.
Interestingly, the cave was initially explored in the 1970s by Soviet scientists who were more focused on geology and paleontology. At that time, the archaeological significance of the cave wasn't fully recognized. It was named after Denis, a hermit who lived there in the 18th century, adding a layer of cultural history to the site. The cave itself comprises several chambers and galleries, which have revealed signs of long-term habitation by various groups, including ancient hominins. The turning point in understanding the cave's importance came with the discovery of a Denisovan finger bone in 2008. This discovery catapulted the Denisova Cave into the limelight of international scientific research. Excavations since then have unveiled a rich stratigraphy, replete with artifacts and hominin remains, showing that the cave was a hub of activity over tens of thousands of years. What makes this cave even more fascinating is its remote location and the challenging climatic conditions of the Altai Mountains, which add a layer of complexity to archaeological expeditions. Researchers from around the world have been drawn to this site, striving to uncover its secrets.
The genome of the Denisovans and revealed the Denisovan connection to anatomically modern humans.
The story of the Denisovans is a truly fascinating one, revealing a complex and intriguing chapter in our prehistoric past. This group of extinct archaic humans came into the spotlight in 2010 with a remarkable discovery in the Denisova Cave in Siberia. Initially, scientists thought they had found a Neanderthal bone, but DNA analysis told a different story. It was a finger bone fragment, but not from a Neanderthal. Instead, it unveiled a distinct genetic profile, marking the identification of an entirely new group of ancient humans, the Denisovans. Genetically, the Denisovans were unique, distinct both from modern humans and Neanderthals. The DNA suggested a divergence from Neanderthals around 400,000 years ago. a detail that has added depth to our understanding of human evolution during the Pleistocene era. But the physical appearance of the Denisovans is still largely a mystery. We have only a finger bone, a few teeth, and a fragment of a skull. These limited fossils, robust in nature, hint that the Denisovans were well adapted to the harsh environments of Pleistocene Asia, possibly physically formidable. What's truly remarkable is the Denisovans' genetic legacy in modern humans. Certain populations, particularly in Asia and Oceania, carry Denisovan DNA, a testament to ancient interbreeding.
Denisovan DNA survives, interestingly enough. It survives predominantly in Australasia, in Papua New Guinea and amongst Australian Aborigines.
The indigenous populations in Melanesia, like the Papua New Guineans, show the highest known Denisovan ancestry. About 5% of their DNA is Denisovan. This interbreeding wasn't just with modern humans, they also mingled with Neanderthals, showing a pattern of intermixing among different archaic human species that was more common than we previously thought. And the Denisovans might not have just mingled with known species. Recent studies suggest they might have interbred with another, yet unidentified, ancient human lineage. But what about their culture? While direct evidence is scarce, the Denisova cave has yielded sophisticated stone tools, a bone needle, and jewelry.
There are indications of strangely out-of-place technology amongst the Denisovans, which is 20,000–30,000 years earlier in the human story than it should be.
The impact of the Denisovans on evolutionary biology has been nothing short of revolutionary. They've reshaped our understanding of human evolution, showing us a more intricate history than we once understood. They've also opened up new questions about migration, adaptation, and survival of archaic human populations in Eurasia, but there's still so much we don't know. Research into the Denisovans is ongoing, with scientists piecing together more information from the limited material available. The Denisovan genome in particular is a goldmine. Now moving on to other unsolved mysteries and events in the frigid lands of Siberia, the Tunguska event of 1908 is a story that sounds like it's straight out of a science fiction novel, but it's all real and incredibly intriguing. On June 30th, 1908, something extraordinary happened near the Podkamennaya Tunguska River in central Siberia. An explosion so massive that it flattened about 80 million trees over 2,150 square kilometers occurred. Just to put it in perspective, this blast was about 1,000 times more powerful than the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima. The shockwave was so immense that it was felt up to 2,000 kilometers away. Eyewitnesses described a bright blue light, almost as bright as the sun, and a series of explosions that were followed by a shockwave that knocked people off their feet and broke windows hundreds of kilometers away. The first scientific investigation was conducted by Leonid Kulik, a Russian mineralogist, in 1927. Kulik expected to find a meteorite crater at the site, but instead found a large area of flattened trees radiating outward from a central point with no apparent crater. The leading theory suggests that a small asteroid or comet fragment exploded in the Earth's atmosphere about 5 to 10 kilometers high, releasing energy equivalent to 10–15 megatons of TNT.
The region of Tunguska sees the biggest explosion in human history. In 1 hour, the explosion and the great fire that followed destroy a region of forest the size of Greater London.
But there are other theories too. Some scientists think it could have been a natural gas leak from within the Earth that ignited in the atmosphere. There are even more exotic theories like antimatter or a miniature black hole colliding with Earth. The environmental impact of this explosion was significant. It led to increased rates of tree growth in the affected area and reports of genetic mutations in plants and animals, possibly due to the intense heat and shockwave. Moreover, the event had global atmospheric repercussions, contributing to the formation of noctilucent clouds and a decrease in atmospheric transparency observed in Europe and Asia. But with all great mysteries come numerous conspiracy theories and speculations. The Tunguska event is no exception. Its mysterious nature has fueled theories about extraterrestrial involvement and secret weapons tests. Despite all the research and theories, the Tunguska event remains one of the 20th century's greatest unsolved mysteries. The Valley of Death in Siberia's Yakutia region is a place that's as mysterious as its name suggests. It's nestled in the northeastern part of Siberia, in the Sakha Republic, known for its extreme climate swings, from scorching summers to winters that are brutally cold. But what really draws attention to this place are the unusual metallic structures scattered throughout the area. These structures are shrouded in mystery, with descriptions varying from dome-like formations to metal objects that are partially buried in the earth. Their origins and compositions are still a puzzle waiting to be solved. Access to the Valley of Death is quite a challenge due to its remote location and harsh climate. The area is mostly accessible only during certain seasons, which makes exploration and research quite difficult. And then there's the local folklore. The Yakut people have long spoken of this valley and its mysterious structures, often associating them with danger and mystique. There are tales suggesting that these structures might be ancient artifacts with unknown powers or energies. Some even say that people and animals have suffered ill effects, like illness or even death after getting too close to these structures. While these stories are compelling, they are, after all, part of local lore and lack scientific verification. But scientists have their theories too. One of them suggests that these structures could be remnants of meteorite impacts, especially considering Siberia's history with events like the Tunguska explosion. These could be unusually large or unique meteoritic fragments. Another theory points towards the possibility of these structures being ancient man-made artifacts, perhaps linked to early human inhabitants or an unknown civilization that once dwelled in prehistoric Siberia. However, exploring this area is no small feat. The extreme weather conditions, coupled with the region's remoteness, pose significant challenges. Winter temperatures often plummet below -50 degrees Celsius, and summers bring their own challenges like flooding and swarms of insects. The lack of infrastructure and limited access to the region further complicates sustained scientific research. This has resulted in limited empirical data about these structures.
It's obvious now that we were not alone, that there were multiple other human species who were human enough to interbreed with us and leave DNA.
The mystery surrounding it extends beyond science, attracting historians, paranormal enthusiasts, and even tourists. Its secret nature fuels speculation and interest in Siberia's ancient past and unexplored territories. As exploration and technology advance, it's possible that we might unravel more secrets of this mysterious valley.
I want to talk about Antarctica. They are clearly protecting or preserving something that may or may not be under 3 miles of ice.
There's undoubtedly a time when Antarctica was lush and green. The question is, was it lush and green during the lifetime of the human species?
Yes.
And this is where it gets tricky.
Imagine embarking on an expedition to the frozen, remote expanses of Antarctica, only to uncover secrets of a lost civilization that might have thrived there in ancient times. This fascinating theory suggests that parts of a sophisticated ancient civilization could have existed on what is now the icy continent of Antarctica. This idea is tied to the hypothesis of Earth crust displacement,
whereby from time to time, the entire outer crust of the Earth, like the skin of an orange, might shift, leaving the core of the Earth in place.
indicating that Antarctica wasn't always positioned at the South Pole, but might have enjoyed a more temperate climate long ago, making it hospitable for human life. However, this theory is not without its controversies.
Does it happen at all is the first question. I mean, of all the theories I've looked at and supported, this is the one that I've come in for the most criticism for.
The concept of such dramatic geographical shifts is viewed by the scientific community as highly speculative and lacking in solid geological evidence. The current understanding of plate tectonics does not support the possibility of the Earth's crust moving so drastically and quickly to reposition an entire continent from a temperate zone to the South Pole. But the theory delves deeper than just geography. It explores global myths, legends, and religious texts, interpreting them as potential clues to the existence of this ancient civilization. Tales of great floods and cataclysms found in these stories are not seen as mere fiction, but as allegorical records of real events that led to the downfall of this advanced society.
The most important issue to me is the issue of a global cataclysm at the end of the Ice Age.
It is hypothesized that a major disaster, such as a flood or comet impact, could have been the cause of this civilization's disappearance from historical records, with survivors possibly dispersing around the globe and spreading their advanced knowledge to other emerging cultures.
Of course, the most important are the flooded continental shelves. Sea level rose 400 feet at the end of the last ice age. Let's be clear, this was a rise that was extended over a period of 11 or 12,000 years. It did not rise 400 feet overnight.
This leads to another intriguing aspect of the theory, the influence of this lost civilization on later societies. It is believed that the remnants of this ancient society played a significant role in shaping the development of well-known ancient cultures, such as the Egyptians and Sumerians. Similarities in architectural structures and astronomical alignments across different ancient sites are cited as evidence of a shared origin of knowledge. This suggests that these early civilizations might have inherited advanced architectural techniques, astronomical insights, and possibly other lost technologies and wisdom from their predecessors.
The discovery of the technique to do longitudes that actually show the world as it looks during the last ice age suggests that somebody during the last ice age was mapping the world.
Imagine a world where an advanced civilization flourished tens of thousands of years ago, long before the Sumerians of Mesopotamia marked what we consider the dawn of civilization around 6,000 years ago. This bold claim challenges the conventional timeline of history, suggesting that this sophisticated society existed during the last ice age or even earlier, presenting a significant puzzle for mainstream historical narratives that typically view complex societies and state-level civilizations as relatively recent developments. The evidence pointed to is as fascinating as it is controversial. It highlights the architectural marvels of megalithic structures like Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, the iconic Stonehenge in England, and the majestic pyramids of Egypt and Mesoamerica.
One of the many ways that Göbekli Tepe, I think, is going to prove to be a game changer is it's going to require us to reconsider our whole dating sequence on megalithic sites around the world.
These ancient constructs are not just stone monuments but testimonies to an advanced knowledge of architecture, engineering, and astronomy. Precise astronomical alignments of these structures, such as the alignment of the Great Pyramids with Orion's Belt or the solstices and equinoxes at Stonehenge, underscore a sophisticated understanding of the heavens. This expertise suggests that the people who built these monuments had a deep comprehension of celestial bodies, seasons, and cycles. The theory extends beyond monumental architecture. It proposes that this civilization possessed advanced navigational skills, which could explain how similar architectural styles and astronomical knowledge appeared across vast distances, transcending oceans and continents. The scale, precision, and complexity of these megalithic structures indicate technological and engineering skills far beyond what has traditionally been attributed to prehistoric societies. Furthermore, the alignment of ancient monuments with astronomical phenomena hints at a comprehensive grasp of astronomy, deeply integrated into their cultural and religious practices. Evidence of sophisticated urban planning evident in the ruins of ancient cities suggests advanced societal organization and knowledge of city building. The global spread of similar architectural and astronomical insights among disparate ancient cultures indicates a shared source of advanced knowledge. This could have been disseminated by survivors of this prehistoric society, whose legacy might be the foundation upon which later civilizations built their own achievements. Journey back to the Eocene epoch and you'd discover Antarctica vastly different from the icy, remote continent familiar to us today. This fascinating period reveals a past where Antarctica wasn't engulfed in ice but was bustling with life. During the Eocene, Antarctica occupied the same position over the South Pole as it does currently. Yet the global climate was substantially warmer, enabling the continent to support a climate far removed from the frozen desert we recognize now.
There was a lush rainforest that is now covered in miles of ice.
Yeah, that's probably true. The Earth's climate was very different from how it is today.
This era marked a time of significant change, with continental drift following the breakup of the supercontinent Pangaea. As part of the Gondwana fragment, Antarctica was gradually moving to its present isolated position, while continents like Australia and South America began to drift away, modifying ocean currents and climatic conditions. A notable difference from today's Antarctica was the absence of the vast ice sheet that currently covers the continent. The Eocene's elevated global temperatures meant Antarctica was devoid of this extensive ice cover, which had profound implications for the planet's climate. The lack of ice's high albedo effect, which reflects solar radiation, resulted in an even warmer Earth's climate. The tectonic activity during the Eocene was crucial in reshaping our world. The breakup of Gondwana persisted, and the formation of the Drake Passage between Antarctica and South America began to physically isolate the continent. This isolation marked a critical juncture in Antarctica's climatic history. Another significant development was the formation of the Antarctic Circumpolar Current towards the end of the Eocene, or at the beginning of the Oligocene. As the world's largest ocean current encircling Antarctica, the ACC played a vital role in the thermal isolation of the continent. By circulating cold water, it established a climatic barrier that kept warmer waters at bay, leading to the cooling and eventual glaciation of Antarctica. Fossil evidence breathes life into the Eocene Antarctica, with forests of beeches, conifers and ferns indicating a much warmer and more humid climate than today's icy conditions. These fossils, including those of plants and pollen, demonstrate that the continent once supported a diverse range of flora and fauna. Sea levels during the Eocene were significantly higher due to the absence of large ice caps and the warmer global temperatures. This resulted in different coastal configurations, with areas now above water being submerged at that time. The elevated sea levels and warmer temperatures fostered a rich and diverse marine ecosystem, distinct from the current Antarctic marine life. Thus, when we contemplate Antarctica today, it's essential to remember that this icy continent once experienced a vastly different past, one that was warmer, brimming with life, and played a pivotal role in Earth's geological and climatic history. The Eocene epoch, a captivating chapter in Earth's history characterized by dramatic climatic shifts and significant transformations in life on our planet. This period, stretching from about 56 to 34 million years ago, is nestled within the Paleogene period of the Cenozoic era, famously known as the Age of Mammals. This era marked the flourishing of mammals, taking the stage after the dinosaurs exited at the end of the Cretaceous period. The Eocene sits between the Paleocene and the Oligocene epochs, with each phase documenting crucial geological, climatic, and biological shifts. Tectonic plates were on the move towards their current positions, influencing the oceans and sculpting the climate in profound ways. A notable event of this epoch was the Paleocene-Eocene thermal maximum, which occurred around 56 million years ago. Imagine Earth undergoing a sudden temperature surge, with temperatures increasing by 5 to 8 degrees Celsius in just a few thousand years, likely due to a massive release of methane from oceanic methane clathrates. This event significantly impacted ecosystems, leading to the extinction of some species while triggering rapid evolution and diversification in others, especially among mammals. During the Eocene, the atmosphere was laden with CO2, with levels ranging between 1,000 to 2,000 parts per million, far exceeding the pre-industrial levels of about 280 ppm. High CO2 levels, driven by volcanic activity, the combustion of organic matter, and the declining efficiency of carbon sinks, enveloped the Earth in a greenhouse climate. This led to rising temperatures, altering weather patterns and ocean currents, and crafting a world vastly different from our own. The Eocene's warmer conditions had significant effects on marine life. Temperature changes affected marine currents, altering species distribution and fostering the development of new ecosystems. It was a period of change, new beginnings, and dramatic shifts that laid the groundwork for the planet's future. The Eocene epoch, with its stories of warming, shifting, and evolving, serves as a reminder of the dynamic and ever-changing nature of Earth.
Imagine a world shrouded in perpetual ice, where winds scream at 100 miles an hour and temperatures plummet to unimaginable depths. A place so remote, so unforgiving, that it was barely understood. Until now. Antarctica, a continent of extremes. Twice the size of Australia, it holds 60% of Earth's fresh water, locked away in a frozen embrace. But beneath this icy shell lies a world that defies comprehension. Hidden lakes, twice the depth of the Grand Canyon, teem with life forms unknown to the outside world. Ancient fossils whisper tales of a lush green past, a stark contrast to the frozen wasteland we see today. But Antarctica guards its secrets jealously. Explorers vanished into its icy maw, their fates a chilling reminder of nature's power. Legends speak of strange creatures, hidden bases, and mysteries that challenge the very limits of human understanding. Join us as we journey to the bottom of the world to uncover the truth behind the legends and explore the wonders of a continent that continues to defy explanation. This is Antarctica, a land of mystery, a land of extremes, a land of secrets waiting to be uncovered.
Imagine it's the year 1840. You're a seasoned sea captain navigating the remote waters of the South Pacific. One morning, as the fog lifts, you behold an unimaginable sight, a colossal wall of ice, towering a mile high and stretching endlessly in both directions. You steer your ship to the right, hoping to find its end, but days turn into weeks, and the wall remains unbroken. No matter how far you sail, it seems infinite. Could this be the edge of the world? Is this where the maps end and the unknown begins? Of course, any knowledgeable sailor in 1840 knew the Earth wasn't flat. This massive barrier wasn't the edge of the world, but the icy frontier of Antarctica, a place so harsh and remote that it was barely understood. Yet, the sight of such an imposing natural wall must have stirred deep questions. What secrets does this frozen continent hold? What mysteries lie beneath its miles-thick ice, waiting to be discovered? Could there be life in such a desolate place? Antarctica is a land of extremes, a vast expanse often misrepresented on our maps. Far from being a mere sliver at the bottom, it's a continent twice the size of Australia, large enough to cover the United States, Mexico, and parts of Canada. Enveloped by an ice sheet averaging over a mile in thickness, it holds 60% of the Earth's fresh water, all locked away in ice. With winds that can roar at nearly 100 miles per hour and temperatures plunging to unimaginable lows, it's a place where survival is a constant struggle. Yet, it's also a place of unparalleled beauty and intrigue. But beneath this frozen surface lies a world that challenges our understanding. Did you know there are over 400 lakes hidden beneath the ice? Lake Vostok, for instance, is one of the largest lakes on the planet, concealed under 2 miles of ice. How does life persist in such extreme isolation? Could unknown creatures dwell in these depths, cut off from the rest of the world for millions of years? What adaptations have they made to survive in such darkness and cold? In the early 20th century, the lure of the unknown drew explorers into a perilous race to reach the South Pole. Figures like Robert Falcon Scott, Ernest Shackleton, and Roald Amundsen embarked on harrowing journeys, braving the unforgiving elements. Scott's expedition, driven by ambition and national pride, ended in tragedy. After reaching the pole, only to find Amundsen had beaten him by a month, Scott and his team perished on the return journey. Their story is a testament to both human determination and the merciless nature of Antarctica. What drove these men to risk everything? What did they hope to find at the heart of this icy wilderness? But amidst the tales of heroism and loss, there were astonishing discoveries. Fossils found by Scott's team suggested that Antarctica was once part of a lush supercontinent, Gondwana, a place teeming with life, a stark contrast to its current frozen state. Could this mean that ancient civilizations once inhabited this land? Might remnants of these societies be buried under the ice, waiting to be uncovered? What other secrets from Earth's distant past are locked away in Antarctica's icy depths? The mysteries deepen when you consider phenomena like bloodfalls in the McMurdo Dry Valleys, where a blood-red waterfall seeps from the Taylor Glacier. The eerie hue comes from iron-rich water oxidizing as it meets the air, but it raises questions. What other secrets might the glaciers conceal? In the depths of Deep Lake, microorganisms thrive in conditions colder and saltier than almost anywhere else on Earth. How do these extremophiles survive? Could studying them unlock answers about life in the most inhospitable environments, even beyond our planet. In 2017, scientists were baffled when a hole the size of Ireland appeared in the sea ice, a phenomenon not fully understood. Known as a polynya, this massive opening defied explanations. Was it a result of warmer ocean currents, shifting winds, or something yet undiscovered? And beneath the ice of Wilkes Land, a massive gravity anomaly hints at a crater twice the size of the one linked to the dinosaurs' extinction. What colossal event caused this, and how does it reshape our understanding of Earth's history? Could such an impact have altered the course of evolution? With such enigmas, it's no surprise that legends and conspiracy theories have flourished. Stories circulate of abandoned lifeboats found on remote islands, suggesting lost explorers or secret missions. Tales of colossal, shape-shifting octopuses lurking in Lake Vostok ignite the imagination. Some even whisper about hidden Nazi bases or ancient pyramids buried beneath the ice. Could there be any truth to these sensational claims? What fuels these stories, and why do they persist? Consider the story of Organism 46B, a supposed giant octopus with extraordinary abilities allegedly encountered by a Russian expedition. According to the tale, this creature could paralyze prey from a distance and mimic other shapes, a true monster of the deep. But when we delve deeper, the story unravels. It originates from a fictional account misrepresented as fact. In reality, while Lake Vostok does harbor life, it's microbial, organisms adapted to extreme conditions over eons. Yet, the idea of undiscovered creatures lurking beneath the ice continues to captivate us. What does this say about our fascination with the unknown? As for the rumors of Nazi fortresses and hidden pyramids, they too dissolve under scrutiny. Historical records confirm that while the Nazis did explore parts of Antarctica, they established whaling stations, not secret strongholds. The supposed pyramids are natural mountain peaks shaped by erosion and glacial activity. And the idea of ancient civilizations flourishing on a continent that's been ice-covered for 15 million years doesn't align with geological evidence. But perhaps these myths reflect a deeper human desire to find meaning and mystery in the unexplored corners of our world.
Why this interest in the bottom of the world? Nobody living down there, is there?
I tell you one reason they're interested. It's by far the most valuable, important place left in the world for science.
Antarctica, one of the most isolated locations on Earth, has always been interesting to those who seek mystery and answers to the unknown.
There's undoubtedly a time when Antarctica was lush and green. The question is, was it lush and green during the lifetime of the human species?
Yes.
The remoteness and mystery combined with real stories such as Operation High Jump further support the strange mystery with Antarctica. What is really frozen under the 2 kilometers of ice? Will we ever know, or will time tell us the truth?
I think it's quite astonishing that there should be an area as big as that unexplored.
Among the numerous theories surrounding this icy wilderness, the possibility of lost civilizations such as Atlantis or Lemuria stands out as particularly captivating.
Archaeologists roll their eyes at any mention of Atlantis.
Right.
You're automatically regarded as a member of the lunatic fringe.
Okay.
These ancient civilizations are described in various cultural myths and are often associated with advanced technologies and profound wisdom. Atlantis, as recounted by Plato, was a powerful maritime power that tragically sunk into the ocean in a single day and night of misfortune.
That there was this great civilization, that it was destroyed in an enormous flood. Plato refers to it as Atlantis.
Lemuria, on the other hand, is referenced in Tamil legends of Kumarikandam and is believed to have been located in the Indian and Pacific Oceans. Central to the theory that these civilizations might have existed on the now icy continent of Antarctica is Charles Hapgood's theory of Earth crust displacement.
I was very interested in Antarctica, and I was interested in it because of the work of a previous researcher called Charles Hapgood.
This theory, which was notably supported by Albert Einstein, suggests that the Earth's crust can shift, positioning continents in entirely different climate zones. Hapgood's hypothesis is supported by certain ancient maps, such as the Piri Reis map, which remarkably depicts the Antarctic coast free from ice, suggesting that the continent might once have been navigable and located in a temperate or tropical latitude.
They show Antarctica in maps drawn in the 1500s, based on older source maps, when our civilization didn't even know Antarctica existed until 1820.
Further support for the idea of ancient civilizations in Antarctica comes from various intriguing geological and archaeological findings. Satellite technology, for example, has revealed alignments and landforms beneath the continent's ice layers that closely resemble the architectural precision found in known ancient constructions, like the pyramids at Giza or the complex at Teotihuacan. These features potentially indicate planned constructions and hint at a global navigation knowledge that might have included Antarctica. These findings are particularly compelling as they suggest that the continent's environment might have been drastically different in the past, warm enough to support human life. Interestingly, some of these satellite-observed alignments are positioned along what could have been ancient latitudinal lines, further suggesting an advanced understanding of navigation and geography by the people who might have inhabited this now icy and remote land. Such evidence points to a complex puzzle that combines historical myths, advanced ancient cartography, and modern scientific discoveries, all set against the stark, beautiful backdrop of Antarctica's icy expanse. Now, Antarctica, a land shrouded in ice, holds secrets that suggest it may have once been a lush, habitable landscape. Recent technological advancements have uncovered fascinating clues about the continent's past. The geological record revealed fossil finds such as coal beds, palm leaves, and wood in areas like the Transantarctic Mountains tell us that the continent once enjoyed a significantly warmer climate, or perhaps the continental plates were positioned very differently. One of the most intriguing findings is a 260-million-year-old fossilized forest, dating back to a time before the dinosaurs when Antarctica was still part of the supercontinent Gondwana and located near the equator. The discoveries extend beyond mere plant life. There's also evidence of extensive ancient volcanic activity, which might have contributed to a warmer local climate through volcanic heating, possibly creating habitable environments even in prehistoric times. Deep ice core analysis has added another layer to our understanding. These cores show layers of ash, pointing to historical volcanic activity, and contain trapped bubbles of ancient atmospheres, providing a timeline of past climatic conditions. Additionally, recent seismic surveys mapping the bedrock beneath the ice have revealed features that could potentially be man-made or altered landscapes, such as uniform plateau structures that might have supported buildings or other structures. An interesting parallel can be drawn between the transformations of Antarctica and the Sahara Desert. The Sahara was once a fertile area with abundant lakes and vegetation, as cave paintings depicting lush landscapes and aquatic life illustrate.
Because the Sahara Desert was green during the Ice Age. It wasn't how it looks today.
This dramatic shift from a habitable land into a harsh environment mirrors the changes that might have occurred in Antarctica, suggesting a similar fate could have befallen the southern continent. These revelations not only fascinate but also challenge traditional archaeological and historical perspectives, suggesting that much of human history remains undiscovered.
That's 9.2 million square kilometers of the Earth's surface that hasn't yet really been studied by archaeology at all.
Theories about Antarctica's temperate past have sparked discussions in scientific and literary circles alike, inspiring speculative fiction and intense debates about human resilience and the rise and fall of ancient civilizations. Such discussions underline the dynamic nature of our planet and the ever-changing conditions that have shaped the history of our world. Antarctica's mysterious no-fly zones have always been a hotbed of curiosity and the source of various conspiracy theories. These restricted airspaces cover the South Pole and other crucial areas, ostensibly to shield air traffic from the extreme polar conditions that can lead to navigation hazards and environmental risks. The official reasons for these restrictions include navigational safety, as the extreme cold and unpredictable weather can severely impair visibility and cause instrument malfunction. Additionally, limiting air traffic helps protect the continent's untouched ecological balance and minimizes the risk of potentially catastrophic accidents. However, these official explanations have not stopped alternative theories from flourishing. The no-fly zones are fertile ground for speculations about hidden bases, secret scientific or military facilities, or even remnants of ancient civilizations and alien technology. One of the most popular theories suggests that these zones could be covering up crash sites of extraterrestrial spacecraft or secret bases engaging in reverse engineering of alien technology. Another theory posits that the zones protect sites that could prove the existence of ancient advanced civilizations, such as Atlantis, whose technology and ruins are supposedly kept out of public view, drawing a parallel to Area 51 in Nevada, which is famously known for its association with alien conspiracy theories. Both the Antarctic no-fly zones and Area 51 are heavily restricted areas that fuel public speculation about their true purpose. While Area 51 is rumored to house alien spacecraft, the Antarctic zones are speculated to contain hidden artifacts of ancient or extraterrestrial origin. Adding an intriguing layer to these mysteries is Operation High Jump, led by Admiral Richard E. Byrd in 1946 to 1947. Officially billed as a scientific expedition to establish the Antarctic base Little America 4, conspiracy theorists argue that it might have been a covert operation to investigate suspected German bases or alien contacts under the ice, suggesting that the no-fly zones may still be hiding what Byrd discovered. Despite the rampant speculation, scientific and exploratory missions continue to study Antarctica's climate, ecology, and geology. These missions are carefully planned within specific safe corridors to ensure both the safety of the personnel and the environmental integrity of the region. Projects like the exploration of Lake Vostok have also faced similar scrutiny and generated conspiracy theories, often cited as reasons for the stringent airspace restrictions aimed at preventing close observation of the area. Such ongoing research attempts to demystify some of the continent's most persistent secrets, while navigating the complex web of theories that surround its most inaccessible zones. Antarctica's Lake Vostok and the Piri Reis map are two of the most puzzling mysteries in the world of geographical and historical mysteries, captivating the interest of scientists and historians for decades. Let's delve into these intriguing mysteries and explore the ongoing research and theories they inspire. Starting with Lake Vostok, it's one of the largest subglacial lakes worldwide, situated beneath Russia's Vostok station in Antarctica, covered by over 2 miles of ice. Thought to have been isolated from the rest of the world for 15 to 25 million years, this lake has been the subject of intense study using radar and other remote sensing techniques. During these investigations, scientists have discovered unusual radar readings that suggest the presence of anomalies beneath the ice. These anomalies appear as distinct, non-random, reflective patterns that could indicate unusual structures or formations below. An interesting fact about Lake Vostok is that its isolated environment is often compared to the subsurface oceans on Jupiter's moon Europa, which is of keen interest to astrobiologists exploring the potential for life in extraterrestrial icy worlds. On the other hand, the Piri Reis map, drawn in 1513 by the Ottoman admiral and cartographer Piri Reis, is another profound mystery. This map accurately shows the western coast of Africa, Europe, and the coast of Brazil. However, it is the depiction of Antarctica that draws the most scrutiny and speculation. Remarkably, parts of the Antarctic coast shown on the map are currently under ice, which has led to suggestions that the map was based on source maps that predated the current ice coverage, possibly dating back to a time when the coasts were navigable. These fascinating discoveries and theories not only enrich our historical and geographical knowledge, but also keep alive the debate about what other secrets might be buried under the ice or hidden in the annals of history.